Okay, so I thought I'd put the leather jacket on for this video. Seemed appropriate. So I thought that I'd make a video discussing another one of my classic 80s fragrances. I don't know why I said it like that, but because I just did a review of a Koros, and I'm thinking about maybe picking up Chanel's Antaeus, you know, because I know it's like the similar vein, came out like the same year or like close to when Koros came out. I actually don't know when this fragrance came out. I want to say like maybe like late 70s or like mid 80s. I want to say like 83 maybe. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, the fragrance that I'm talking about today, if you didn't already know, is Drakkar Noir. Drakkar Noir by Laroche. So this fragrance, I was like, when I was like getting into like the 80s like theme and like style, basically, I've just like always been kind of inspired by like the 80s stuff. But when I was looking for fragrances that were like around at that time, this was one that was like heavily mentioned. And you know, you don't really know, like whenever you're like not into fragrances and stuff, you don't really know the names of fragrances until you like actually visualize them and have them. But I definitely smelled this a lot growing up when I was younger. I think it's kind of funny, like this is like a very mature scent, I would say. But I think it's kind of funny, like young guys like reviewing this, like myself, you know, like we don't really have like a lot of experience or exposure with this fragrance, because like all the older guys in the community, they definitely have had this and smelled it a lot growing up. But I think it's interesting because this fragrance, to me, it doesn't seem youthful at all to me. Like it's hard to imagine someone wearing this under the age of like 35. It just like doesn't really seem appropriate. Not that like you can't wear whatever you want, but it's just like, to me, this fragrance seems very mature. There's like hardly any like sweetness or like playfulness at all really to it. But it's interesting because like if this was like a really popular men's fragrance in the 80s and stuff, you know, like all the older people now that wear it, that they used to wear it back then, like they were just young guys at the time, you know, wearing this. But like everyone, even like the younger guys, like they're wearing this. Like it just seems like, I guess there really wasn't like a lot to choose from back then, I guess. I mean, there probably was, but like this is like one of the ones that is always mentioned. But it just seems like an odd smell to be like super popular amongst men, you know? Maybe like the guys back then were more manly man type of guys, but I don't know. Everyone seems like they just like go for like the sweet vanilla shit nowadays. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't know, times are changing, and I guess people were like more rugged and more masculine, I guess, wanting to smell like more, less sweet and more like, I don't even know what I'm saying, but anyway, yeah. I mentioned this like briefly before on my channel, talking about like it was like one of the fragrances that I kind of just like forgot about, like kind of just like kind of forgotten. I don't really know, like I don't know why I never really wore it. Like I've worn it a few times and it smells fine. It's just something that I personally could never rock because I just don't think it's like, it just matches, it doesn't match who I am, I don't think. But also the bottle is just like weird to me. I don't know, it just looks like doesn't really look like a fragrance bottle to me. It looks like a stick of deodorant or something, you know? Like it looks like deodorant. And like the sprayer, like that's like, it looks so fucking cheap. I don't know. But basically this fragrance, to me, what I get from it, grab a tester strip here. Let's try it. It's not a horrible atomizer on that, by the way. And my bottle is like 200 mLs, which is fucking huge. This reminds me of like, I'm immediately hit with like shaving cream smell, but not like in a way that makes you think of like aftershave or like British like Sterling stuff. It's like very much so like, It's like almost complex. It's like simple but complex. It's green. It's a very green fragrance. Spicy. I definitely know like men throughout my life that have worn this. It's just something that I don't particularly like. It just doesn't make sense for like someone my age to wear it, you know. Like when I smell this, I imagine like a guy who doesn't care about what he smells like, but he only has one fragrance and this is it, and he sprays it when he goes out to the grocery store after he just did like yard work. If that makes sense. Or like a guy that's like the head of his family and he's like very like masculine, and he just like doesn't give a shit about anything except like making money. But like not like a businessman though. I'm not getting like businessman vibes from this either though. It's just like a very like manly man, but like not overly like, I don't know. I think I want to maybe do like a series of like vintage fragrances, not like getting the vintage bottles or anything like that, but just like the fragrances that are still around that were like popular in that time. Because I'm just like heavily inspired by all things that have to do with that, and that was mainly the reason why I got this. I probably would have never been interested in owning this or buying this if I wasn't interested in that kind of thing. I mean, it smells fine, but it smells like something that your fucking girlfriend's dad is wearing, you know what I mean? And like that doesn't inspire me to want to wear a fragrance, you know? Like I'm almost positive like one of my ex-girlfriend's dad wore this shit. It smells like something you would just spray on like fresh out of the shower, and it just smells fine, and then it's gonna fade away in an hour. Like it doesn't smell like it would have very long performance. Like I said, I've only worn this maybe 2 or 3 times, and it just like I didn't feel good about wearing it. Basically, I'm not saying it's a bad scent. Like I know there's probably a bunch of guys out there that love the fuck out of this, but I'm just like, I'm not old enough to appreciate it yet. I'm not like the type of person that could appreciate this. Now, if I was like older and like I grew up in the 80s and this was all I was smelling and I wore this on dates and all kinds of shit, like I probably would be in love with the fragrance. You know, like I think like that's why fragrances are not universal, because everyone has like a different experience with it. But this fragrance, I mean, it smells pleasant. I could see how like women would probably like this if you were like the right type of person. But I'm feeling like maybe older women would like love this. Let me know what your experiences are with wearing this fragrance in the past. Maybe if you're an older guy watching this, you're probably laughing at the fucking younger dude like me reviewing this fragrance that you used to wear when you were younger. It's probably a trip, but let me know what your experiences were with this fragrance back in the day, or if you're an older guy now and you just recently started wearing it. Like, what are your experiences as an older guy rocking this? And also, what are your experiences as a younger guy who enjoys this fragrance? And have you gotten any good response or feedback from it? Because I'm interested to know. Because I have no idea like what it would be like, because I just don't wear this. Yeah, the bottle is just kind of tacky though, man. I feel like if this bottle was like glass and like skinny or something and just had that like right across the front with nothing else, that'd be fucking sweet. But I don't know, like I said, I'm like in the past, I'm like pretty swayed by bottle types too. But yeah, it's just like a green, like fresh, like soapy, slightly like spicy-ish shaving cream is what I'm getting basically. Yeah, for some reason it's reminding me of like vacation. I don't know why. Like I would just smell this or something like while you're on like, I don't know. I'm just having like, I'm getting like weird little like flashes of memories with this fragrance, but I just can't like put them together, you know what I mean? But anyways, that's basically my thoughts on this fragrance. Drakkar Noir. I swear like so many people in my life have worn this, but I can't like visualize anything about it for some reason, because it's just such a fragrance that I've smelled so much of from like all different types of places. It's like hard to be like memorable in one specific thing, you know. But anyway, yeah, it smells fine. Maybe when I get a little older, I'll like this. Like I said, I'm only like 29 years old, so I'm just a dude who's probably not able to appreciate something like this yet. I'm interested to find out what it's going to be like when I get older, and like my senses and my, you know, my tastes change when I hit about 40. Maybe I will be disgusted by things that I love now, and I'll be in love with things like this. So can't wait. But anyway, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if I'm totally wrong in my assessment with this fragrance, or if you agree. And I look forward to speaking with you there. Thank you, and au revoir.